football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the ball.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Flushed out right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Carson muscles him off. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing rig. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. 20 down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Garoppolo finding his tight end, Kittle. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
They'll run with McKissick. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well,
he's got a man complete. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards.
50 yards on the play. And the 49ers first down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
That's how we do it.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
13. 50. Mike's 50. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
49ers first down. 1st and goal.
Here we go. Stop your whining.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
2nd and goal from the 1.
I'm coming. Hey, gun.
He'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Wilson on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
In my observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as... And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 65, 65.
On first down, here's Breida. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 180! 54, Mike. 21, 21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Malone. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd down, McKinnon. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This one taken from the 7. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
21.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Escaping the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. The rookie D.K. Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's McKissick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On third down, Wilson forced out to his left. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
A 59-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Right there, 54 miles. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. D Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Wilson, operating from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10.
65.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Hey, team 6.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Wait.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He finds McKinnon, complete. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go. 12, fellas, here we go. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. From the 17, Garoppolo being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 49er fans likely holding their breath watching Garoppolo scramble, but that time it pays off. He's in one piece, and he's got the 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 16 yards, a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wilson's pass taken in by Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jerron Brown, his second touchdown on the season. Throwing again here, Wilson. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Just like that. Just like that.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 39 that time. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
I got you.
They'll try to run with McKinnon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey. Check three. 21. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And we're pretty quiet, team.
Garoppolo. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. And Gould is able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know, maybe just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And now Garoppolo lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Wait. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This will be fielded at the 6. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there.